This special emphasis today's webinar for the state of Haryana for all AICTE approved institutes, especially in degree colleges and polytechnics. We welcome each one of you here today for a very important webinar, which for the purposes henceforth has been made mandatory. I would be briefing as to under which all conditions has this specific activity been made mandatory in a due course of time, but I would like to first upfront be thanking a very honorable Directorate of Technical Education for the state of Haryana. We have amongst ourselves Krishna Kumar Kataria. Kataria sir, you there? Quite obviously, without whom this particular activity would not have been possible. Welcome Kataria sir. Sir, आप mute हैं. You are mute at your end, sir. Thank you, sir. And I should also be telling you at the beginning only, this particular collaboration of AICTE, which we are highlighting today, a 360-degree feedback, has been with a very honorable gentleman, Mr. Avinash Kulkarni. Kulkarni, sir, very late, I would rather say good night, good morning. Sir has joined us from US. So early morning, sir, you are also mute at your side, sir. Kulkarni sir, I am not able to hear you. Not audible, sir. You are not audible.
Good morning.
Very good morning, Avinash sir, and welcome on board, sir. Today, let me first of all congratulate Mr. KK Kataria sir, and let me congratulate you, your team of Rakesh Khatri. Welcome on board.
Thank you, sir.
And welcome to Ms. Shubhangi ma'am. And let me tell you, sir, we have today participation which has crossed 1,000. The WebEx which license we have is only 1,000, so we are not able to go beyond 1,000. And the compliments for this only goes to Mr. Kataria. Is the way which these people have mobilized the resources in their state and ensured participation. I would now be taking this as an example and be now making sure the rest all states in India follow this example. Wonderful, sir. Wonderful achievement. Huge compliments to each one of us. And with this motivation, if we start, I think, sir, we will be reaching the aim where all of us collectively are aiming to go. I would now be giving you a small brief to everybody as to why we are having this webinar. The webinar is primarily speaking because of an extremely important application called as 360-degree feedback. 360-degree feedback, in case if suppose each one of us understand, as per the AICTE's 7th pay scale gazette notification dated 1st March 2019, has been made mandatory for the purposes of promotion. It is already existing. However, what was happening is everybody was having the application format method at their own end as per their convenience. So there was no similarity and there was no commonality between all the institutions across India. The purpose for which it was implied was not being able to be achieved. So hence what has happened, AICTE has come in an MOU with Mrs. Smart Cookies represented by Mr. Avinash Kulkarni, and they have developed a wonderful application. And that application has been tested, that application has been trial evaluated, and now we would be passing on that link for that application to each one of you, because that application now will be the only application wide which 360-degree feedback can be taken in respect of various faculties across AICTE approved institutes in India. Now the reasons beyond the gazette notification for which this particular application is now important, henceforth, that is from the coming year, all AICT, AQIS financially funded schemes are also being linked with 360-degree feedback. So when we ask for the credentials of the PI, one of the credentials we are also going to be asking is the 360-degree feedback rating, and that rating will be from this app only. So that becomes all the more reason that this application now becomes extremely important. Another thing, last year, in case if suppose each one of you know it, AICT instituted an extremely important award by the name of AICT's Vishveshwaraya Best Teachers Award. Majority, 40% of the marks in that particular thing was kept for 360-degree feedback. So this becomes now an extremely important relevant factor. So my humble submission to Mr. Kataria sir is, today when our team comprising of Avinash sir, Khatri sir and Shubhangi ma'am, when these people would be briefing on the application, and then subsequently at the end of the activity, we would be sharing the links. We would be sharing the complete presentation. Our request would be, sir, please just pass orders for implementation of this across each and every institute, and accordingly mandatory for all faculties to register, including the administration, to include the director and principal. And then a coordinator to be nominated per institute who ensures that these activities are actually done. Otherwise, sir, what's going to happen? This will again come out as one-off initiatives of AICT, which has just come and gone. And because at AICT, it will become extremely difficult for us to monitor. We would still be having a help desk at AICT. I have constituted a team. We are having an email. I would be sharing that email also in case of any issues or difficulties coming at any given later stage. However, I would request, sir, at your side, if I can have some point of contact in your office who would be ensuring that at least in Haryana, it is implemented in totality, so that that gentleman in question from your department can get in touch with my team at AICT and they can keep resolving issues as it keeps arises. Some issues which are even beyond us, we will contact Messrs. Smart Cookies. But we'll make sure, sir, that this needs to be done because implementable time is 31st March. By 31st March, this has to be implemented in totality. Wonderful, sir. And with this, I compliment and congratulate once again the complete team. It has been a fabulous beginning wherein we have a record participation. Full compliments to you, sir. I've already said that, but there's no harm in saying it again because that is how an activity functions. I would request now, Kataria sir, if you can give 2 words to the participants so that, you know, with your words, they feel they will get that much more inclined to undertake the activities by AICT. Kataria sir.
Thank you, it's very nice beginning to the ICT, and it's also a very good initiative in line with the many other initiatives which the ICT has been taking since the last 4-5 years. And you are now acting more as a facilitator rather than regulator. So it's a very good way. Kudos to all your team and apologies for us. So again, I thank all the authorities and all the officers of the ICT for leading technical education system from the front, and you are acting as a facilitator in the overall improvement of the technical system as a whole. And I will request all my colleagues, all my participants, kindly visit AICT website also very frequently, and you will find that many of the good initiatives and many of the good practices that we can implement in our institutions, implement in your industry, implement in your state, and then they can really change the horizons outlook of our faculty, our students, and make them more employable across the globe. And this is also one of the initiatives. I compliment the member secretary, chairman, and vice chairman of the ICT Language team. And whatever Colonel Venkat you have brief in a little. We will try to adhere to your deadlines, and I am sure that our faculty will be there registered on it by 31st March, and we will be appointing a nodal officer here, which will be the interim context that continues with your good self. So again, I will say only to my dear colleagues that there is a very nice scheme, and there is a saying there in Rigveda that Samani ve apyukta hai, samana hardayani, ve saman mastuvo manoyatha, ve susasati. Like this, may our intentions and aspirations be alike, so that a common objective unifies us all. And indeed, it is a very good initiative of AICTE in that direction. And I am sure this feedback will allow us to identify our strength of our teaching fraternity and how to improve on it. So, not taking much of the time, I will only say that, like one of our leaders, Lala Lajpat Rai, also once said that कृतियों के संशोधन का नाम ही उन्नति है. So therefore, let's move together for achieving better technical education system across the country by learning from our mistakes and moving ahead with glory, how we can overcome. And this is all saying in schools में पढ़ते थे कि तरह तरह का अभ्यास के जन्मति हो जान, पत्थरी आओ जाओ थे, रस्सी आओ जाओ थे, पत्थर पर पड़े निशाने डाल. So training should be a continuous integral part of our life. And it is, we should do it in every stage, whether you are assistant professor, lecturer, and in every phase of our life, it is mandatory. And I am sure the 360-degree feedback system which AICTE is launching, it will bring excellent results and good positivity in our overall system. I compliment you all, I congratulate you all, and I request my all colleagues kindly be sincere to the audience and follow it. Thank you, please. Good day.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot, Kataria, sir, for very, very inspiring words. And very rightly you said, unless and until we work as a team together, we will not be able to achieve the collective aim for which we have gone ahead. Thank you, sir. Thanks. And I would now request Avinash Kulkarni, sir, and his team to take on the platform, sir, and do inform the complete gathering as to how to log in, how the activities have to be carried out, so that any issues at subsequent time can be kept resolving. Avinash Kulkarni, sir.
Sir, good morning to everybody. This is a absolutely great opportunity. More than 1,000 people on this call. So I would request Rakesh Khatri sir to take over from here and do a demonstration of what the system looks like. Rakesh Khatri sir.
Rakesh not audible.
Am I audible now? I will present the AICTE. I will present the AICTE 360-degree feedback capture and reporting system for faculty. This is what I'm going to present today to all the participants. The AICTE, what is AICTE 360-degree feedback capture and reporting system? In this system, what happens is we've got teachers doing their self-reporting and getting 25 marks for the teaching process that they put in. We will have them entering the contribution to society. Whatever they contribute to the society, 10 marks are awarded on them. The departmental activities for the teachers are entered by HODs of respective colleges. They will get 20 marks for that. Institute activities, ACR is entered by the principal, 10 marks each for them. And students' feedback, students will answer about 9 questions. And for that, they will get, every teacher will get about 25 marks from them. Overall, resulting in about 100 marks that is there for every 360-degree feedback that is there. Today, what we are going to cover is we will cover the admin functions, that is what needs to be set up by every college before the first feedback is provided. How students will be able to give feedback both from the web and the application, the Android app. How teachers will be able to give, that means teachers, HODs, principals will be able to give feedback from both the web and the Android app, and how AICT will do the implementation. AICT will follow up with the implementation process. So coming to the admin function, what every college needs to do before the first feedback comes in. So the data needs to be prepared. The data needs to be prepared in the following 4 categories. One is the organization data, where different branches, departments, class, divisions, that is the organization information is fed in. Then the next set of data that needs to go into the system is about entities and master data. That means how many students are there, what are the faculties are there, what are they teaching, what subjects they are teaching, and what is the supporting staff if we want the supporting staff entry to be there. The third set of data that is there is students, which student is studying what subject, what teacher is teaching what subject. That we call them as mapping data. And then we call in the time capsule data, that means students studying for which semester. Every student needs to give a feedback for the semester he has studied, and we keep a track on how the student will be able to give only feedback for the teachers that is teaching him. Now, how do you get this data into the system? Data can be brought into the system in any of these 3 ways. One way is that if you have a student system information system and ERP system in your college, you can export the data from that data set, get them into the prescribed formats that we'll share, that is there on the platform. You can upload them and you are done. The second method is that you download the formats from our platform, update them in the Excel sheet, and re-upload them into the system. And the third obvious way is that you do entries manually one by one if you have none of them. So how can this be added? So we have this portal, AICT 360-degree feedback portal, that is there. Simply click on school admin. Once you are into the school admin, you need to click on the upload panel. Once you are on the upload panel, there you will see is you will be able to download the formats that are there. You can preview the formats that are there, the different files that need to be entered into the system, like course level, degree, department, branches, that the 4 categories that I said. You can download these formats, you can update them. Once you updated them on the right side, then you can select each of them, browse your file, upload your file. Once you have uploaded your file, you can then check as to how much data got added, how much got updated, how much got rejected. All those rejected records that are there, you can rectify the rejected records. You can download the rejected records that are there, re-upload them into the system. And once your entire data is correct and ready, then you are ready for the next step. What is the next step? You need to send out emails and SMS to teachers and students saying that welcome aboard. This is your credential. This is your username. This is your password. Log into the system. This is place where we have provision where teachers can be sent an email out. You can send them based on the department, or you can send them all of them at one shot. Similarly, there is for the student. Students will also get a welcome email, what the process where how they are going to log in, their user IDs, their passwords, all can be sent and created by the college themselves and send it out to the students. Once the credentials are out, the management, the principal, or the admin who is in charge can see as to how the people are logging in, how many teachers have logged in, which department has logged in, how many of them have logged in, and what has happened over there. So this is basically the login department wise, where you will be able to see and track if teachers are logging into the system and not. Similarly, we have is for students. Students can also log in. They can be tracked that how many have logged in and whether they are ready to give their feedback or not. Now I will take you through the feedback process. So that's as little as that as on an admin, that once you have your data ready, you are done on that. Now, how does a student give a feedback? Student giving feedback also is very, very simple and easy. I'll take you through the steps on that. Once from the portal, you click on student feedback, you'll log in into the student portal. Once in the student portal, click on the AICTE feedback that is there. You will see is you will come to a location where it will tell you to choose the subject that the student is studying for the semester. He chooses a subject that he is learning. He clicks on the subject and he gets the name of the teacher which is teaching him and the set of questions that are there. So, he simply clicks on and gives them star rating from 1:5. Whether, the teacher has covered the entire syllabus, he can give 3-star, 4-star, whatever he feels wishes to that. Has the teacher covered the entire syllabus? Yes, no, and how much of it is? So he can give a 5-star rating. Depending so and so forth, there are 9 questions that are there. He can give those star ratings and then click on submit. Once the feedback is submitted, it will be submitted for the student. Similarly, we have an Android app that is there. So once the student logs in into the Android app, he will come from the 360-degree feedback for faculty. He's seeing that. He comes to the dashboard. He simply clicks on the AICTE 360-degree feedback option. He selects the subject. Again, the similar method here also. Select the subject, give the star rating, and submit the form. As simple as that, both from the Android app and from the web, we have this simple for the students. Once we've covered the students, now we look at the teacher feedback, how the teacher is able to give the feedback. So teachers will consist of a variety of options. I will go through each of them. Once the teacher clicks on them, based on the position that the teacher is in the institute, whether he's a teacher, HOD or principal, he will see variety of options. If he's only a teacher and doing teaching, he'll be able to enter, he or she will be able to enter only 2 options, the teaching process and contribution to society. If he's an HOD, he will get one additional option, that is departmental activities, where departmental activities that the other teacher has done for the department will be added by him. And for principal, there are additional 2 more options. One is the institute activities and the ACR. Institutional activities are there globally that a teacher does for the institute, and ACR obviously is the annual confidentiality report. Here we are only taking the final rating of the ACR. Similarly, here when the faculty logs in and clicks on AICTE feedback, based on the position he is there, he is seeing this teaching process. On the right side, he will see is how many he has already entered. So if he's entered all of them, then he says how many scheduled classes were there and how many actually he conducted. He will be ranked based on that. He simply clicks on add. He selects the subject that he is teaching, the semester that he is teaching, how many he was supposed to take classes and how many classes he has actually taken. If he has some proof saying that yes, these are the things that is there, says a timetable snapshot or a report that he has prepared and submitted, he can add those photographs by clicking the browse button and submitting it as an image. Similarly here, contribution to society, whatever contribution that he does towards the society, that is whether he takes yoga classes or does Swachh Bharat mission or takes any part on any of the blood donation campaigns that he does. So for that, he can simply select the activity, upload the photographs, and he is done. As simple as that is as a procedure we have made in. The marks that would be allocated for them based on the activity will be defined by the admin or by the configuration, whoever is doing the configuration. Now coming to the HOD, when the HOD logs in, he's seeing this additional departmental activities feature that is there. He will also be able to see how many departmental activities he has already given. Once he has already given those departmental activities, for people those who he has not given, he can add, select the teacher name, select the semester name, select the activity, upload the photographs, and he is done. Similarly, coming back to principal, what does the principal do? How does the principal do? Principal has 2 additional activities, the institute activities and ACR. In institute activities like organize a conference, manage the institute website, had some exam duties, or was made an internship in charge, or whatever additional things that are there, those can be put in here as institute activities, and the principal can assign those institute activities to a teacher, and once he has done those activities, he can be marked on them, and here is where simply selects the department, the teacher name, the semester for which it was there, the name of the activity, and an image that says that this was what was provided by the teacher. In ACR, the only difference here is that here the ranking is what we are directly taking. That means we are taking the rating, 5 being satisfactory and 10 being extraordinary. The principal simply selects the rating here. We are not maintaining how the ACR is calculated. The ACR will be calculated the way it is currently being calculated. We are only taking the final score right now. Similarly, we have an app for this. The teacher, once he logs in, can go onto the AICTE feedback section. Simply, based on the login that I said, he would get the options that would be there: teaching process or contribution to society. Or additionally, he will get, if he's the principal, he'll get all the options that are there. I will take you through each of them here. Again, the subjects will be seen to him. The teacher that would be there. Simply select the subject, select the semester. Give how many scheduled classes were there, actual classes were there, and submit. So similarly, here we've created both the Android app and the web interface. Even on the Android app, the departmental activities can be added. Below, he will see what he has already added, and additionally that needs to be added can be seen by the HOD. This is a small list of this is there, but these can be all customized and added at the institute level. Departmental activities, similarly, institute activities for principal will be there. The HOD dean, if he is appointed somebody as an HOD dean, he can also mark a student for, mark a teacher for that. Contribution to societies can be added accordingly. Now, how do you see these reports? We've seen how we've added the teacher feedback. We have seen how we've added the student feedback. So at the principal level, at the institute level, the person who is responsible for tracking the reporting of 360 feedback can see what is the final report of each teacher that is there. He will be able to see the summarized report that is there. So simply there's a report location where he's able to see the 360-degree feedback. Simply clicks on view report, and a report that would be there would be generated for the teacher. That is the 360 feedback report. How much of teaching process was done? How much of student feedback was provided? Different departmental activities, ACR and contribution society. All the sections are provided in the report. He or she can also track how many students have given a feedback, how many teaching processes has come, what percentage of completion is there for the college. So even that can be tracked here, saying that only 33% of students have given a feedback, whereas 83% of departmental feedback has already come for all the teachers. So this is in summary what all can be done, checked, and prepared for 360-degree feedback. There are different links that would be there. These would be shared by AICTE to you. The different links that would be there, the QR codes will be shared by AICTE to you, from where to download, how to access, what not to do. AICTE will direct everybody as to how the implementation will take place and how this will happen. The entire implementation process will be driven and controlled by AICTE. We will open the floor for questions, sir. We can have people putting up questions.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, amongst the participants, we just heard a complete presentation. Now, after this, what is left is that we will be sharing the link. Khatri, I would request also what you should be doing when you're presenting. You should also show the link, and in the link, you should be showing how to click, where to click subsequently, and then take a sample as a teacher and start registering. If you go through this by means of a flow chart, that would be much more easier, so hopefully by next time incorporate 4 to 5 slides of this also. But notwithstanding, should anybody be having now any query, please, you can ask now by means of a chat box. Yes, we are going to give you the link. People are asking, Khatri, you're there?
Sir, I'm there, sir. I will be sharing all the links with you, and then you can share these links out to everybody. Each of them will be provided the links.
Perfect, Khatri. Now I'm taking on certain questions. The first one which is coming is people want to know the link. We would be sharing the link. Just let this program get over. We are sharing you the link. Yes, somebody wants to know where can I give feedback. I think a feedback mechanism is inbuilt into this portal. That is one. Besides that, we would be having another email ID given to you, and that email ID you can put in your queries. Okay, somebody wishes to know, in case if suppose some student has filled in, how do we come to know that the feedback put in by students is correct or not? Ladies and gentlemen, these kind of activities are not dependent on one student writing incorrect. It's a collective feedback wherein not one student is going to be writing, it's a batch of students or a group of students who are in that batch. They collectively would be speaking. योगेश you आप चाहते हो मैं हिंदी बोलूं? ओके, सुनिए, जो क्वेश्चन ये था कि हमें कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये जो स्टूडेंट्स रेटिंग करते हैं वो सही है कि गलत। जब ऐसा एक्टिविटी होता है, आमतौर पे एक दूसरे पे ट्रस्ट करके एक्टिविटी होती है, बट फिर भी अगर आपका क्वेश्चन है तो एक स्टूडेंट अकेला नहीं फीडबैक देगा टीचर को, उसके बैच में जितने स्टूडेंट्स हैं उस पर्टिकुलर यूजी फर्स्ट ईयर, सेकेंड ईयर, थर्ड और पीजी फर्स्ट सेकेंड व्हाटएवर, वो कलेक्ट पूरे के पूरे स्टूडेंट्स फीडबैक देंगे और ये एप्लीकेशन फाइनली सबका लेकर एक 1 to 10 की रेटिंग में, जैसे आपको ब्रीफ किया था, वो फिगर देगा आपको। ओके, एक ने क्वेश्चन दिया है, ये रेटिंग टीचर्स के लिए कैसे यूजफुल है? यूजफुल मींस लाभदायक। तो मैंने आपको शुरू में ही ब्रीफ किया था, ये आप लोगों के लिए मैंडेटरी हो गई है फॉर योर प्रमोशन। मैंडेटरी मतलब कंपलसरी हो गई है। प्लीज AICTE का गैजेट नोटिफिकेशन पढ़िए, 1 मार्च 2019, अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूं पैरा 22, प्लीज पढ़िए। उसमें क्लियरली लिखा हुआ है 360 डिग्री फीडबैक इज कंपलसरी। पहले अप्रैल 2021 के बाद ये कंपलसरी हो जाएगा कि आपको इसी एप्लीकेशन से अपना 360 डिग्री फीडबैक अपलोड करना है, बिकॉज ये एप्लीकेशन का एक एंड हमारे पास भी है यहाँ पर एट AICTE। सेकेंडली, मैंने आपको ये भी बताया कि जितनी भी फाइनेंशियली फंडेड स्कीम्स होती हैं जो AICTE देती है, वो 2021 से 360 डिग्री फीडबैक के बेसिस पर ही दी जाएगी टीचर्स को। ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट 2 चीजें हैं जिसके बेसिस पे ये कंपलसरी हो गया है कि आप इसको करिए। और जहां तक आपका क्वेश्चन है, किसी ने लिखा है कि आप कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे कि टीचर अपनी ओन फीडबैक दे रहा है, वो सही है कि गलत। इसको इन इंग्लिश इट इज कॉल्ड एज सेल्फ अप्रेजल। Now this self appraisal also is a very important document. इससे आपका अपना, if I may say in English, it is called as your own character trait which comes out. हिंदी में अगर मैं बोलूं, इससे आपका व्यक्तित्व दिखेगा कि आप अपने लिए कितने सही लिखते हैं। क्योंकि अगर आपने देखा था, आई थिंक उसके 25 मार्क्स थे, बैलेंस 75 अभी भी इंस्टीट्यूट के हाथ में है। कोई इनका मिसयूज नहीं करता। हम AICTE में मान के चलते हैं कि ये इनिशिएटिव को चलाते हैं, पहले इम्प्लीमेंट करते हैं, धीरे धीरे इश्यूज आती रहेंगी, एंड ये कलेक्टिवली आपका और हमारा, हम सबका ड्यूटी बनता है कि जो जो हमें रिकमेंडेशन और सजेशन आते रहेंगे या हमको अपने आप दिखेगा कि कुछ इम्प्रूवमेंट करनी है, हम इसको अपने आप करते रहेंगे। यस, एक अगला क्वेश्चन आया कि ये कौन सा ऐप है जिसके बारे में आप इतनी बात कर रहे हो। मैंने आपको बहुत बार बोला है, ये प्रोग्राम खत्म होते ही हम आपसे लिंक शेयर कर देंगे। आप लिंक देखेंगे, लिंक में जाइए, दैट इज द एप्लीकेशन जिसके बारे में मैं बात कर रहा हूं। यस, एक और चीज, स्टूडेंट्स का क्या बेनिफिट होगा इसके अंदर। देखिए, किसी भी सिस्टम में जब स्टूडेंट्स को भी बोलने का मौका मिलता है एंड स्टूडेंट्स को भी किसी एक्टिविटी में पार्टिसिपेट करने का मौका मिलता है, अपने आप वो एक्टिविटी उभर के निकलती है बाहर। एंड अगर इससे सिस्टम में थोड़ा सा भी इम्प्रूवमेंट होता है, वो इम्प्रूवमेंट का फायदा स्टूडेंट्स को ही मिलता है। तो ये दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एक्टिविटी एज फार एज द स्टूडेंट्स आर कंसर्न। I answered most of your questions, you know.
Sir, there is one question from Mr. Pankaj that says that I am Pankaj. I want to know if I fill my feedback for my teacher, where will I fill my feedback?
आप करें खत्री, you take on.
Yeah, I'll take that. तो पंकज जी, इसमें कैसा है कि आप अगर टीचर भी है और एचओडी भी है, आप आपका टीचिंग फीडबैक भी डालोगे, आप आपका कंट्रीब्यूशन भी डालोगे, आप आपका सेल्फ इवैल्यूएशन भी करोगे और एंट्री करोगे उसके अंदर। और आपका दूसरे टीचरों के लिए अगर आप एचओडी है तो आप उनके लिए उनका फीडबैक दोगे। आपका फीडबैक, आप एचओडी हो तो आपका फीडबैक आपका प्रिंसिपल देगा आपके लिए कि आपने क्या एक्टिविटी की है। पर आपका जो सेल्फ रिपोर्टिंग है वो आप खुद करोगे, आपका टीचिंग प्रोसेस आप खुद डालोगे, आपका कंट्रीब्यूशन टू सोसाइटी आप करोगे। एक और क्वेश्चन है कि सेपरेट वीडियोस फॉर स्टूडेंट्स एंड ये, हाँ डेफिनेटली हम सेपरेट वीडियोस फॉर स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी बनाएंगे, जो रहेगा स्टूडेंट्स अपना फीडबैक कैसे डालना वो भी रहेगा उसके अंदर। एक और क्वेश्चन है कि इसमें स्टूडेंट्स का क्या रोल रहेगा। तो इसमें स्टूडेंट्स का रोल ये रहेगा कि वो जो सब्जेक्ट सीख रहे हैं उसका वो फीडबैक देंगे उस टीचर के बारे में। वो सेट ऑफ 9 क्वेश्चंस जो दिए हुए हैं उस बेसिस पे वो टीचर को उसमें 1 to 5 की स्टार रेटिंग देगा। उसमें उसने टीचर ने कैसे परफॉर्म किया, 5 बीइंग द बेस्ट एंड 1 बीइंग द lowest of the score on that.
Khatri, also do mention that this application, in addition to being downloadable on the laptop and desktop, is also got a mobile version.
Yes, that is what we've said, that there's an Android app for this, is available. It will be available on the Play Store.
हिंदी बोल दो खत्री।
हाँ जी। ये जो ऐप है ये Android Play Store पे भी अवेलेबल है, गूगल में से आप डाउनलोड कर पाओगे। इन एडिशन टू दैट इसकी वेब यूआरएल लिंक है जिसके ऊपर आप ब्राउजर में ब्राउज करके जा सकते हो। आप आपकी यूजर आईडी जो दी जाएगी उससे आप लॉग कीजिए और आप उसमें आप डिटेल्स भर सकोगे।
also answer ये क्वेश्चन की आंसर करिए, how many times a feedback is required?
A bare minimum of once is required. As by bare minimum one is required, but more is also possible. The more you give, the more holistic approach can be provided, but at least one per subject is essential. In terms of student, one subject for student per subject, it is essential. For teachers also, it is mandatory that they can only put it once, because they will at the end of the semester say that they were supposed to do 45 sessions, they did about 45 sessions, or they did 43 sessions. So whatever that is there, that is at the end of the session, at the end of the semester is when the teacher would put in. But contribution to society, as and when he does the contribution to society, he will be adding them. Similarly, the HOD would be HOD अपने आप का presentation, HOD अपना जब भी वो टीचर कोई काम करेगा या उसको काम allocate करेगा and complete करेगा, उस चीज के ऊपर वो फीडबैक तभी के तभी दे देगा। तभी देगा या सेमेस्टर के एंड से पहले दे देगा। ये हर टाइम जब होगा तब वो देगा ये।
खत्री, कैन एक काम और करेंगे?
बोलिए सर।
कैन यू फ्लैश द लिंक?
आई कैन।
हाँ, प्लीज फ्लैश द लिंक। जरा जस्ट टाइप ऑन योर कंटिन्यूटी ऑन योर प्रेजेंटेशन, एक स्लाइड और बना के गिव द लिंक शेयर, वो फ्लैश कर दीजिए, सो दैट मोस्ट ऑफ देम विल सी जस्ट नाउ ओनली,
ओके।
because later on these participants, the individual email ID I don't have ना।
ओके।
तो अगर आप सारे अभी देख रहे हैं, वी वुड बी फ्लैशिंग आप लोगों को द लिंक वंस अगेन। ये देख लीजिए एक बार आप।
ये सारे शॉर्ट लिंक्स है। हमने इसके QR कोड्स भी बना दिए हैं। आपको QR कोड्स अगर आप स्कैन कर लोगे, आपके ऐप के ऊपर QR कोड स्कैन कर लोगे तो आपको मिल जाएगा। AICT-360 डिग्री फीडबैक है, बिटली की शॉर्ट लिंक है। जब आप उसके ऊपर टाइप कर दोगे ब्राउजर पे तो आपका ब्राउजर खुल जाएगा। आप अगर फोन पे से हो तो आप स्कैन कर लीजिए ये QR कोड्स, आपका एप्लीकेशन डाउनलोड हो जाएगा। आपको आपके यूजर नेम और पासवर्ड जो लॉगिन करने के लिए है वो आपके स्कूल से आपको आपके इंस्टीट्यूट से आपको मिल जाएंगे। स्टूडेंट्स और टीचर्स के लिए, एडमिन के लिए जो यूजर आईडीज और पासवर्ड्स है, जो ऊपर वाली पहली लिंक है उसके लिए AICT के तरफ से यूजर नेम और पासवर्ड आ जाएंगे, आपको मिल जाएंगे।
गुड, कीप दिस स्क्रीन, इसको रहने देना, ठीक है?
यस सर।
Okay, now there's a question, there's some kind of a doubt which is coming लोगों के माइंड में। I will clarify एक बार। Yes, there is somebody, अभिषेक, जो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं कि is it सही है कि 2021 के बाद से टीचर प्रमोशन आपके फीडबैक पे डिपेंड होगा? Yes, अभिषेक, अगर आप स्टूडेंट हो then also it is a right answer. If you are a peer faculty then also it's a true that with effect from 1st April 2021, 360 degree feedback through these platform only will be the valid and accepted platform. Vaishali Kanojia, your question is, will there be a action taken against the teacher in case if there is a feedback? This question is which way you are saying, in case if you are saying that will there be any action taken against you if you write something against a teacher, then you should be very understandable enough that this feedback is absolutely confidential. Under no circumstances the other person will come to know which student is giving which kind of a feedback. And number two, if your question is you give a less number as far as your feedback is concerned, action against the teacher. Now that is something I don't think so. As a student, if you are a student, you should be concerned much. Your focus should more or less be to just go there primarily for the purposes of learning. So focus towards the learning, teachers and all. Leave it up to the administration. We will handle that at our side. So hopefully मैंने आपका क्वेश्चन का आंसर किया है। Okay, somebody is writing again and again, why to use 360 degree feedback? And again, it's Abhishek, and you seem to be a student. Abhishek, I'll answer your question very directly to you. Any activity which is done towards the purpose of actually improving the quality. If by doing these things, people much knowledgeable sitting at various issues have made a gazette notification, gazette doesn't come overnight, gazette get approved by the government of India. And if in the gazette this particular 360 degree feedback is written for the purposes of your promotion for the teachers and related activities, then this is a system which is meant for improvement. And in every system, there has to be accountability. Every government organization, body, or whether a government or a private, accountability is inbuilt, and accountability has to be quantified. Accountability cannot be just verbal. So this 360 degree feedback is a means of making sure that everybody is accountable. Okay, good. There seems to be repeated kind of questions which are coming, but fair enough. Fair enough. What has been understood is that a good number of questions आए हैं, good number of queries आए हैं. आपको हमने कोशिश किया आंसर करने के लिए. जहां तक 360 डिग्री फीडबैक का सवाल है, दिस इज अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, इट इज मैंडेटरी. आई एम ऑल्सो लिंकिंग, आने वाले साल से इसको मैं AICT के अप्रूवल हैंडबुक के साथ भी लिंक करने वाला हूं. Once we link it with approval handbook, then it will automatically become a mandatory for the administration to ensure that it is also done. ये सब करा जा रहा है just इसीलिए कि ultimately system में there will be improvement. ये छोटे छोटे तरीके होते हैं एक क्वालिटी को improve करने के लिए. नहीं तुषार, किसी भी टीचर को नहीं पता चलेगा कि किस स्टूडेंट ने कितने मार्क्स दिए हैं. मैं पहले भी बोल चुका हूं, ये एप्लीकेशन पूरा कॉन्फिडेंशियल है. किसी को नहीं पता चलेगा साथ वाला भी कितने मार्क्स दे रहा है. इसमें कोई आपको वो डरने का बात नहीं है. बहुत ऑनेस्ट फीडबैक है. आप अपनी तरफ से ऑनेस्ट फीडबैक देंगे. ऑनेस्टी में कभी डरना नहीं चाहिए. वंडरफुल. अभी जैसा हमने आपको बताया था, खत्री, माय रिक्वेस्ट वुड बी वी वुड बी शेयरिंग दिस प्रेजेंटेशन. ये हम कंप्लीट प्रेजेंटेशन भी आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करेंगे एंड हम लोग आप लोगों के साथ कंप्लीट लिंक्स तो ऑलरेडी इसमें इनबिल्ट है, ये शेयर हो गया है. AICT में अभी हम एक बुकलेट बना रहे हैं. बुकलेट होगी हाउ टू रजिस्टर एंड उसके साथ साथ आई वुड आल्सो बी मेकिंग फ्रीक्वेंटली आस्क्ड क्वेश्चंस. उसके अंदर हम 50-60 क्वेश्चंस जो बार बार आते हैं वो क्वेश्चंस भी लिखेंगे और उन क्वेश्चंस के आंसर लिखेंगे. वो भी हम आपके साथ शेयर करेंगे. माय रिक्वेस्ट वुड बी कटारिया सर, आई वुड बी शेयरिंग आपके साथ द प्रेजेंटेशन, आपके साथ द फ्लो चार्ट फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन एंड द FAQs. FAQs बनेंगे, अभी बनेंगे सर, तो गिव मी 2 days, बट वी विल शेयर द प्रेजेंटेशन. आप रिक्वेस्ट सर, अगर आप प्रेजेंटेशन यू कैन शेयर विद all the institutes and maximum participants.
Sure, sir, we will do it. No problem.
And thank you, sir. I think we have been very much within the time. It's a 1 hour's activity, and we ensure, sir, generally speaking, we should never cross the given time because then everybody is occupied and other more activities hoti hain. Thank you. Thanks a lot to each of the participants who are here, faculty, students alike. It was an honor to be here, and it's a great honor when we have Avinash sir also from US. So early in the morning he is awake, he is listening. Sir, it was a wonderful today's webinar. The questions were so simple and honest that actually speaking, you felt as if this is the platform for which we were waiting for so long as to how to implement. So I am left with no doubt, sir, that we are going to be making Haryana state as the first state wherein I think I'm going to have 100% confirmation coming very soon. Kataria sir, I will leave it up to you to give 2 words to the participants, and then with your permission and with permission of Avinash sir and very nicely presented Rakesh Khatri, we would be then calling the session off, sir. Kataria sir, over to you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Panelu. It's been a wonderful session, and thanks to all your team, Avinash, and all my colleagues who have participated in. I am sure it has been quite learning to them, a new thing. And this 360 degree is very good for individual, as an individual, me as a teacher also, as my institution also, as my system also. So there is nothing that sort of drawback or any other thing or some watchdog with Allah. It is a continuous process of our self-improvement and institution improvement. And these all things are linked together. It is like a continuous supply chain कि कोई भी कमजोर कड़ी बीच में ना रहे सिस्टम के अंदर. So thank you, Colonel Sahab, and we will be sharing with all stakeholders, our teachers, students, wherever it is applicable, the presentation given by you, links and other things. You have to use and populate and all those things. If any other things required at our end, we will be happy to go ahead. Thank you, ASCP, and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. With due regards to Avinash, sir, would you like to say something, sir?
This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity. And like you said, looks like Haryana might be the first state to give us the complete results. This is great. So congratulations to you. And really thank you, Kataria, sir. And thanks for this active participation. So if there are any unanswered questions, we will try to cover them in the FAQ, frequently asked questions and the resolutions. And then Venkat sir will share it with you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. And thank you each and every participant. Thanks a lot. It was a wonderful session. We would be having another session with Haryana, maybe within a fortnight, basically to take on the queries. आपके साथ हम दोबारा एक सेशन करेंगे आने वाले 2-3 हफ्तों के अंदर. उस टाइम के अंदर आपसे जो क्वेरी आएंगी या क्वेश्चन आएंगे या डाउट आएंगे, हम उनको पूरा करने की कोशिश करेंगे. उससे पहले मेरी रिक्वेस्ट ये होगी, एक बार आप लॉग इन करके कोशिश करिए अटेम्प्ट सिस्टम के अंदर जाने की. ऑटोमेटिकली आपको पता लगेगा कहां पर क्या प्रॉब्लम आ रही है. थैंक यू. थैंक्स अ लॉट. Thanks to each one. It was a wonderful session. Congratulations to everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Kataria sir, and thanks, Avinash sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Khatri, and thanks, Shubhangi ma'am.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.